All right. Well, hello, and I just want to thank Susan for offering to talk to everyone about what it's like to work with Tammy. So the first question, Susan, is why did you reach out?
Well, it went back a number of years ago. I was in a lot of pain, mainly in my jaw and severe headaches. And I was having IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So I felt I was being hit from all over. I really didn't know where to go with this pain to get relief. So I went to the dentist, being in the jaw. Chewing was difficult, talking was difficult. And with IBS, digestion. So I felt pretty lost. I went to the dentist, then physical therapy, which was recommended for a practitioner that zeroed in on TMJ. I went there for 3.5 months and it became worse. It went into my neck. After a long, lengthy upset, disappointment, I then went to a physiatrist. From the physiatrist, it then just went right across the board these last number of years. Physiatrist, orthopedic doctor, medications, procedures. I actually went to shamans, healers. I became very, very anxious, nervous. I know what anxiety is. I know what depression is. So I went for therapy. I didn't know where to go because I wasn't getting better. It became that cycle of the emotions being so fearful, who's going to help me, into the physical, which exacerbated the pain. And then I decided, went back to the orthopedic doctor. He stabilized the neck somewhat. He said, let's try for physical therapy. And I went to a physical therapist, Dr. Robert Morea, who changed my life because he wasn't just working with my pain. He didn't just work with, as in our medical world, we're only parts. He worked with me as a whole person. And he tried different approaches, and there was a little relief, but not enough. And that's when he said, EFT. Oh my goodness, EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. What's that? And he said, I'm going to talk to you about it. He says he's done it in the past, but he doesn't have the time nor the true expertise. And he wanted me to go to what he would consider a top practitioner. So he went to Robert Smith. Robert Smith was the creator of this particular form of EFT. And they recommended Tammy, number one. So it was time for me to get to the core of what's creating these different pains in my body, get to the emotional aspect of it. And then I finally found where I could finally get relief after such a long stretch of chronic pain.
That's beautiful. Well, what is it like to work with Tammy? Because I bet there's some people out there that are just like, this is physical, this is a problem, this is, the years of stuff that's been built up. So what is it like?
Well, the very first time I met Tammy, first of all, there was an immediate connection. I just felt like I knew her forever. She made me feel so at ease and comfortable because I was nervous. This is something that is new, and I've been so disappointed all these years. Every time I thought the acupuncture would help, every time I thought that the myofascial release would help me, or the shots that I got, no. And in truth, they just wanted to give me medications to cover up what the real pain was about. So now Tammy turns around. The very first time we spoke, I didn't even start the sessions. It's going to be fun.
I forgot that.
How can it be fun? Nothing about this is fun. Oh, did she show me it could be fun? I was with every session,
Hmm.
she would enable me. Oh, did she hear me? She listened.
Hmm.
She knew me. It's like for the first time, I was really being heard. And I found that with each session, I would come up with a topic that's upsetting me at this. Of course, it was always the pain was upsetting me, but I would come up with the emotions of what was going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly, she connected all the dots. She went back to when I was born, all the way till the present. It was like, it's so hard to even explain that it's almost like they say, peeling an onion.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy enabled me to release what I have suppressed all these years. I had no idea. I had no idea that I was pushing these emotions down. I thought I was dealing with things.
Right.
And then I realized I gave me away. I was a free spirit as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And then I conformed and I did give to this one, I helped that one. I lost my identity.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is a session with Tammy? It's the ability to find out who you are, why I'm having all that pain. Why couldn't anybody really relieve me? Sure, I got temporary little fixes here and there, but it either came back or I still had to learn to live with a lot of upset. So, with every session, it's almost like, I wonder what we're going to discuss today. And Tammy would be taking notes, listening with both ears, and her notes were, which absolutely surprised me because she gives so much of herself and her expertise is unbelievable. And she's all heart. Oh my goodness, she deals from the heart. After the session, the very first session, I got an email with an entire printout of what went on during the session. And I was able to see what I was saying to her.
Yeah.
She quoted. Now, the beautiful part was she didn't just assist me to find out through the two of us who I am. She gives you the tools.
Mm-hmm.
I have an entire tool chest that Tammy has shown me how to do this myself. I went through enough therapy where you can become codependent.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to give you back the power,
Right.
give you the ability to heal yourself. So it's just been absolutely amazing. And with every session, the improvement has been amazing, physically and emotionally.
Awesome. And I do love that because when it's all about us knowing how to do that for ourselves, right? That's the empowerment. So that's beautiful. So what have been your favorite results?
Well, most people, my friends and family, would want to hear, oh, the pain, I'm free of this pain. I was very active all my years, always out there, love people. I love being part of things. I am a leader. Well, I became a recluse over these years.
Right.
So when you ask what my favorite part is, I can't say it's all the relief with pain, aside from the fact I can now digest food. There's no more IBS. I can also say I can chew. I can talk. I'm a talker. And the fact that I couldn't even make phone calls or pick up a phone certain times because the pain was so intense. So that it's been miraculous. But that's not my favorite part. My favorite part is I found me.
Yeah.
I have me back. That free spirit that I was as a child I'm that free spirit again. But when you do the tapping, what happened over a period of time, this became, I'm empowered.
Mm-hmm.
I am empowered. I am connected. I am connected to the universe. I am the best I can be for me. Then everybody will benefit. I know that.
Exactly.
But I didn't have self-worth. And I didn't even realize I didn't have self-worth. Plenty of confidence. That's not the same. I didn't like me. I was very hard on myself.
Right.
I was my own worst enemy, and I didn't know. I now have self-worth. I really do love myself. I am so proud of myself. It's like there's nothing now that I can't handle. And if I find that something's upsetting me during the day, it becomes so simple because Tammy gave me the tools. Peace, inner peace,
Right.
acceptance of myself. When you accept yourself, you then accept others.
That's right.
You froze.
Oh, I did? Am I still frozen?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Am I frozen? It doesn't look frozen on my end. Is that better?
Yes, you're moving now.
Okay. Well, I hope that all got saved, but yeah. And I love hearing from you and hearing just the wisdom that comes out of you. So I'm so happy you're sharing that part, all of the things that you say that get to come back and you're like, yeah, I said this. Like, you're so wise and full of goodness. So, would you recommend Tammy, and who to? Like, is there anyone specifically that you would recommend me, or how do you feel about that?
Everybody. I see with my friends, most people run away from themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to face the truth within them. It's called baggage.
Right.
I see with so many people, they have to be kept busy, distractions. To run away from yourself and not deal with who you are, it's going to come out emotionally and physically, especially when you get older. So not only would I recommend it to everybody, all ages. I am so grateful at my age that I have found her and I found what I've been looking for. I have to say, I wish I was younger, because as you get older, you accumulate more.
Mm-hmm.
And I make this analogy. Some people, when they're having company, will shove things into the closet.
Yes.
Things are hidden, company comes in. How many times can you keep hiding that junk, that garbage, however you want to call it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are doing to ourselves. And eventually, if we don't deal with it, that door is going to open. That's what happened to me. There's no mystery of why I was getting pain in so many different areas at one time. Stress, tension, upset, worry. And what was so amazing, and that's why I recommend it to everyone, through the sessions, everything flips. What was pulling me apart becomes, oh, Tammy puts it in a whole brighter, happy way. So from going like this, it's going, wow. So many wow moments, so many eye-opening understanding of myself. Recommended to every single person. I also want to say, I spent so much money over those years, medically, so much money. With Tammy, it was the best investment I have ever made. And there's constant dividends. I'm smiling again. I'm laughing again. So Tammy, yes, it is fun, but
Yes.
it's a wonderful, miraculous approach to free yourself. I'm out of the cage that I put myself into.
Yeah.
Everyone else can have that freedom and
Right.
fly by just like me.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think when you came to me on my website, I have this little girl and it says, let's bring her back or something like that. And I remember you being attracted to that. And a lot of people are when they see it on my website. And that's, I don't know how to describe it, but that's my goal, is to like bring that kid in you, that fun, playful, free spirit back. And I'm so happy that we're accomplishing that. Great. So one more question. Uh, Forgiveness can show up in a lot of ways. And I didn't realize myself how the steps to forgive so that I could actually have complete forgiveness, have smiles in that memory, feel like it's totally flipped upside down, changed so that that memory no longer holds any, sadness, anger, fear, or any negative emotion. Would you say 0, not at all, or 10, that I'm capable of helping somebody forgive a process that's very difficult? Like, you've gone through difficult things. So what would
Oh
you
my,
say to that?
10 right away. And I'm going to explain why. I thought I forgave people
Hmm.
at those situations. I really thought everything was resolved. I can move on. I knew there were certain people I couldn't forgive,
Yeah.
and I couldn't let go. I did try different methods, meditation. I write, journal everything, write letters to try to forgive, because I know if you can forgive that person, then you are better for yourself. I did not forgive. And it's through the sessions that I found out I didn't.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is I had no idea that the main person I had to forgive was me.
Hmm.
I guess I didn't take responsibility. And through the sessions, I was able to, the clarity, the understanding of where I was and how do you clear up and how do you forgive. With Tammy, you forgive. You forgive. You don't feel the connection of that emotion.
Right.
I might have memories of it, but and Tammy will do this. She will bring up some of these situations. It's so easy to talk to her. So easy. I think she knows more about my life than anybody because I have been private. And even people I spoke to, I thought I was telling them a lot. No. Tammy gives you the ability to release it. So when it comes to forgiveness, I was able to, through Tammy's session, bring in one particular incident, someone very, very important in my life, I couldn't forgive.
Hmm.
And I thought I did. And she would bring it up into the session. By the end of the session, through the emotional freedom technique and Tammy directing you and guiding you as she continues to connect these dots, which just amazes me, I finally was letting go,
Hmm.
finally releasing all the torment that I went through. And to be honest, it was a very, very sad ending to a marriage, very complicated. So it took me years to finally say, I forgave that person. But it was through the session that I found out I didn't. So not only forgiving so many people, most important, I forgive me.
Right. Yes, that's beautiful. That is what it all comes down to, because everything inside us is us. And once we've truly made that inner peace, like you talked about, then all of a sudden, uh, we're free of the baggage, as you said in the beginning. So beautiful. Well, that's it. I really appreciate your time, and I hope that it benefits others to see how confident you are and how wonderful, wonderful your testimony is to our work together. So
Thank
thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I want